story time. And my name is Parvati. And today, I have brought my friend also with me. You want to see who my friend is? You want to see her? You can't see her, right? She's there with me. And she's come with me. She said she wanted to come and be here live with all of you. And there she is. Hi. And her name is Rani. Hi, Rani. Want to say hi? Hi, all of you. Okay. What is it you want to tell me? Oh, she's asking me to take that special bag. That special bag, here it is. Can you see this beautiful bag? This is no ordinary bag. This is a story bag. And you have stories inside this. You don't believe it, right? Yee, but there are so many stories inside this. I am going to pick up one story from this. Let me see what that story is going to be. And that is a story I'm going to share with you. Okay? Here, I take it. See the stories, no? They all are. See, they are all flying. They all want to come out. All can't come out. No, only one can come out. Only one. Okay. Yes, I got it. That story. What's that story? Let me see. Yes. This is a story of. Okay. So let's go to that place. That beautiful jungle. And it's such a beautiful jungle with tall trees and so many animals. And it was morning. The sun, the sun is right on my face. Now I have to get up. What happened to my throat? What happened? Where's my roar gone? Oh no. Let me lie down and see. Maybe I'll get back that roar. My roar. Where did my roar go? I forgot my roar. Can anybody forget their roar? Huh? Oh no. What do I do? Let me go and ask all the animals whether anybody knows my roar. They can tell me this is my roar. Then maybe I can try and get it back. Yeah? But don't tell anybody, okay, that I have lost my roar, that I have forgotten my roar, because I'm the king of the jungle and they're all afraid of me. Not afraid of me, but afraid of my roar. But what happened to my roar? And the lion went walking. He reached the river, and there he saw the fish. Hey, fish! said the fish. Tell me, How do I roar? There's no sound coming. What are you doing? Go from here. And the fish swam away. What is this? This fish doesn't know what it is to roar. What type of a fish it is? Doesn't even make any sound. What sort of it? Let me go and ask that. Yes. Quack, 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 quack. Yes, King Lion. Please don't eat me, please. No, I'm not going to eat you. Quack, quack. Then, can you tell me how do I roar? I'm testing people. Roar. I know. This is how you roar. Quack, 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 quack. What is it? That's not a roar. Go from here. Okay, don't eat me, no. No. Quack, 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 quack. And the duck went away. What is this? This fish doesn't even make any sound. And this duck made some quack, 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 quack sound. That's not my roar. That is not at all my roar. Now what do I do? And there he saw a chick. Hey, chick. Wait. Yes, what do you want? Tell me, how does my roar sound? Do you know that? Your roar? Go from here. And the chick went away from there. Now, what do I do? If I don't have my roar, nobody is going to believe me. Nobody is going to obey me. Oh God. No. Somebody should be remembering my roar, right? It must be somebody should be there who would remember my roar. Let me now go into the jungle. Who's that on the tree? Yes, Mr. Lion. Stop your laughter. Always laughing. But that's what I do. And children all love me because I do that. Children, you love me, right? Okay. Tell me. Do you know how I roar? Why should I know how you roar? I will only... Tell me how I roar. I'm testing people. No, I don't know. That monkey doesn't even know, and he's not even bothered what to do with these people. Oh God, who is that standing there? Hey donkey, do you know how I roar? Stop that sound. Tell me how I roar. Okay, go. Okay, I will go. And the lion went from there. What do I do? Nobody remembers my sound, or rather nobody knows how I roar. Now how will I? Do I remember? I don't know. I'm not remembering. I don't remember. Lions don't cry, right? I don't cry. Let me see if anybody else is there. There, my friend is there. The little fox. Hello, Mr. Lion. What is it, Mr. Lion? Okay, since you have come, let me ask you, how do I make a sound? Oh, that is so easy, Mr. Lion. I've been always behind you, and whatever you give me, I eat. All that is fine. Now tell me how do I. Oh, it's very simple. All you do is put your neck up, and open your mouth, and do coo. What? That is not my roar. Yes, one more time. Coo. Hey, keep quiet. Okay. I'll go from here. This fox also doesn't seem to know. Maybe I should ask. Whom do I ask? There goes the Jumbo elephant. I'll ask him. Hey, he's just walking away. He's not even bothered. He thinks he's not afraid of me. What? But I don't have my roar. I can't do anything. And that elephant went walking away without even stopping to see the mighty lion, and it went away. No, this cannot be. I have to find my roar. If I don't find my roar, nobody is going to obey me. Nobody is going to be scared of me. And at that time, a beautiful bird came. The lion looked at the bird. Wow! Hey! You are quite new to this place. Yes. I'm a cockatoo from Australia. I don't live in this place, but just like that, I came down. And you know what? I have been watching you for the past 3 days. Is it? Of course, people watch me. You know what? I like the sound you make. What? Knows the sound. Oh, really? I know the sound you make. I've been practicing your sound. Is it? Okay, then show me how the sound is. Okay, now you hear the sound. I'm a good mimic, people say. So I think you'll be very, very happy with the sound I made. Listen. Okay, here I go. Yes, that is my sound. One more time. You liked it? It's really correct? Huh? What do you say? I think it is correct. Okay, let us see one more time. All you have to do, you know what I do? I take a deep breath, and that's how I get it. One more time. Yes, I think you are near that. Thank you, sir. Now let me fly away. Let me see how the fox howls. I learned that now. Bye-bye. Bye. And the beautiful bird flew away. Looks like I have learned, I have remembered that sound. Okay, now one more I'm going to try. I'm going to take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3 deep breath. Yes, I got back my roar. Yes, I got back my roar. Yes. Now I'm the king of the jungle. Nobody can come near me. here I come, for I'm now hungry. I have to go and hunt my food. Here I go. Yes, that is a story of a lion who forgot or maybe lost his roar. Hope you liked it. Can I see some emojis flying? Okay, I can't see anything. Okay, I'm assuming that you can all hear me. Okay. Now we are all going to see, where are we? I'm in Bangalore. I think most of you are in Pune. Now all of us are going now to Gujarat, and there we are going to a Gujarat village, and you're going to meet one person. Ready? Yay! But one thing, in Gujarat, people speak Gujarati. All of you agree, right? Yeah. In Pune, they speak Marathi. In Bangalore, they speak Kannada. And in Gujarat, they speak Gujarati. And when you meet a person and you say, how are you? I will say, the question is, Kem cho? I'm fine is Majama. Okay? So whenever my hero, you're going to hear him say Kem cho, all of you are going to tell Majama. Right? I'm assuming all of you are saying right. Okay. So let's all, okay, you can't fly to Gujarat nowadays, no? It's so expensive now. No flights are going, but we'll go. Let's go in our mind to that place, in that village in Gujarat. And there, our hero was sitting in his house, eating some sugar. Yes. That was nice. That was Pikubai. Pikubai loved eating tender coconuts, and he was eating his third tender coconut. Wow! Kya baat! And he called his wife. Ben, get me another tender coconut. Another tender coconut? You think we have a tree here, coconut tree in our house, where whenever you want, you go pluck a coconut, tender coconut and eat? You think we have coconut? No more tender coconuts. What? No tender coconuts? You mean to say there are no tender coconuts? No, there are no tender coconuts at all. You have to go to the market and buy. Go to the market? But I have to pay for it, right? Of course you have to pay for it. If you want, you buy. Otherwise, let me go. I have a lot of work. And Pikubai sat under the banyan tree, thinking of coconut, tender coconut. He was thinking of his tender coconut. I think I had better go to the market to buy the tender coconut. He wears his chappals, he takes a stick, and he starts walking towards that market. And there in the market, there are so many shops, but our Pikubai didn't want anything. All he wanted was go and get that coconut. So he walked straight, walked, and there he saw the coconut seller. So he went fast, he walked to that place and Kem cho, Majama. Coconut seller said, Majama. Okay. What is the cost of these? I need a tender coconut. Of course, Kaka. For you only I am bringing all this. For you I can give you the best one. And he takes a big, nice, big tender coconut and gives it to Pikubai. Pikubai holds it and then asks, it is 10 rupees. 10 rupees for this? Can't you give it to me for 5 rupees? The coconut seller, what? 5 rupees? This is 10 rupees. No bargaining. You won't get it. If you want, you go to that big market there and go and get it there. The market? Yeah, there, no, some 2-3 kilometers down, there's a big market. Maybe you may get it. Pikubai thought, that's not a bad idea. I'll get it for 5 rupees. I have to just walk down, right? I have been sitting inside the house, locked down and all. Let me go to that market. And he starts walking towards that big market. And there he reached the market. It was a hot day. And Pikubai reached the market. It was buzzing. So many people were calling, Kaka, mangoes, Kaka, that, Kaka, this. Pikubai only wanted, yes, tender coconut. So he looked there, he looked there. There he was. So he went there fast, sweating. Kemcho? Majama. Yes. Tell me. What is I need a tender coconut? Of course, Kaka, I'll give it to you. All these are so cheap. It's only 5 rupees. What? 5 rupees? I walk all the way from that house to that market and they come here and you're saying it's 5 rupees? Can't you give it to me for 2 rupees? No, Kaka, I can't give it to you for 2 rupees. If you want, you can go there near that river. There is a boatman who has got lots of tender. Maybe he'll give it to you for 2 rupees. Pikubai said, not a bad idea. And he thought, let me go there. Pikubai walked under the midday sun, thinking of coconut, tender coconut. Pikubai walked under the midday sun, thinking of coconut. And he reached there. And the boat, there were so many tender coconuts. Pikubai's mouth started watering. He went there and seeing him came Cho, Majama, and they were all so. And he asked, okay, give me one tender coconut. Oh yes, it's only 2 rupees. Kaka, take it. The best you will get in the whole city. Nowhere you get such good ones. You just see what water and what it will be so nice. What? 2 rupees? You are cheating me. Hey Kaka, don't say all that. Okay, I am a good man. It is 2 rupees, only 2 rupees. Take it or leave it. But if you really want, you go to that coconut grove. Maybe that man who plucks a coconut may give it to you for 1 rupee. Said Pikubai. And he walked. It was so hot. He walked. And he reached that coconut grove. And there he saw this man with a basket full of tender coconuts. Pikubai went fast and said, Kemcho, Majama Kaka. Yes, can you give me a tender? Of course, I can give me 1 rupee. I will give you a tender coconut. 1 rupee? Poor me! I have walked so much from the house to that market, to the big market, to that river, and here I come in the hot sun. Can't you see my sweat? Can't you see all this? Can't you give it to me for 1 rupee? Can't you give it to me free? Free? You want free? Come, look there. Big boy looked. Look up! Big boy looked up. Can you see that big coconut tree? There, can you see the coconuts? Those coconuts are free. To bring it down, I need 1 rupee. That is free? Those coconuts are free. Free? Free. So I can take it. Your choice. And that man took the basket and went away. Peekubai pulled up his let me climb the tree, and he started climbing the tree. Peekubai climbed the coconut tree, thinking of coconut, tender coconut, and he reached top. When he reached there, he put his one leg on one of the big branches, and then he looked at the coconut. This is nice. Then he saw, that may be nice, better. He looks at, no, the one behind is much better. And he put his hand, and that behind one is big one anyway. Everything is free. Let me pluck that. And he plucked. His leg slipped, and now he was holding the coconut dangling. Tall tree, and he was dangling. Help, he said. And that time, a man on a camel was coming. He was coming, and he heard this, and he looked up. What is that man doing? Hey, help me, you're looking at me. See, help me. Okay. And he climbed on to the camel. Peekubai was there. Camel is a huge animal, right? So this man was also a tall man. And he stood on that thing and held on to Peekubai's legs. But you know what? The camel had other ideas. It saw that juicy tall grass and it started going towards that grass, leaving the camel man dangling. Now you had the coconut, you had that Peekubai and the camel man holding. All the three were now there. All the two of them were dangling. Help. That time a horseman came. And the horseman came and he looked up. Don't laugh, we are stuck here. Okay. I'll help them, after all, poor thing, they are stuck. Let me help them. And he stood on the horse. Held on to the camel man's legs. Okay. But at that time, a horse saw the lovely, juicy grass and it started going there. No! You had that coconut, Peekubai, camel man, horseman, all of them dangling. Ding. Help. Nobody was there. The horseman said, hey Kaka, I will give you 100 rupees. Hold on to that very tightly, please. And the camel man said, Kaka, don't leave it. We'll fall down or break our back. Okay, I'll give you 200 rupees. Peekubai, 100 rupees? 200 rupees? 300 rupees? Such a big amount. He left the the coconut and he was on the ground. All the three of them on the ground. Piku Bhai was in the hospital thinking of coconut, tender coconut. My back! I spent 100 rupees. That is the story. You want one more? Shweta? Shweta? Do you want one more? Okay, so here goes. I hope all of you had a nice, enjoyed the storytelling. I don't know because I cannot see any of the comments. So I'm just presuming so many things that maybe you're all enjoying or seeing it. One more story? You go for one more story? Yes? Okay, I assume that all of you are showing this. Okay? Now, this is also in a big forest. It was such a beautiful forest. And in that forest lived the hummingbird. You heard of hummingbird? You know what? This is the smallest bird you can ever find in the world. Smallest bird. It's got a very, very small beak. And it can flutter its wings so fast. Flutter its wings very fast. And one more thing, it can go like this. Yeah, also great. All birds fly like this. But a hummingbird can also fly backwards. It can go up and it can go fly this way and this way. And today I'm going to tell you the story of the hummingbird. Now, it was this forest. This hummingbird name, we call him Hummy. Okay? So, our hummingbird had two friends. Two friends were the elephant, the big elephant, and the monkey, the chatterbox monkey. The three of them were very, very good friends. They loved to play in the sun, in the water, anywhere. All the three of them were always together. And this was one hot summer afternoon. Oh, it was so hot. The hummingbird said, "Hey, guys, let's sleep for some time. It's so hot and we have been playing for such a long time." And the hummingbird went near the elephant and they slept. The monkey also slept. All the three of them were sleeping. The monkey, "Hey, what is that smell?" What? Monkey, "Allow me to sleep." "Hey, there's some smell. Let me go and find out." "Okay, you go and find out. I want to sleep," said the hummingbird on his elephant. And the monkey went ring up. And then he came down. Hey, wake up. What is it? You know what? The forest is on fire. What? Forest is on fire? Yes, today it was so hot, right? Maybe all the trees are burning. All the animals came running. They were running and coming. My God, all of them are running. Where are they running? They're running towards that small river there. And the elephant got up, the monkey got up, and the hummingbird. All of them went to that river. All of them were waiting. Oh God, oh God, oh God, help us, help us, help us. Bring the rain, bring the rain, bring the rain, bring the rain. God, 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 please help us, help us. All of them were crying. The children were crying. Amma, mama, mama, papa, 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 papa. We are scared, we are scared, we are scared. Hey, don't. Even we are scared, but can we tell? Hey, don't worry, nothing. Ooh, that old grandma said, I knew this will happen because it was very hot. So I knew this. Oh, grandma, please keep quiet. Ooh, what to do? They could see the smoke coming, and some of them were everything, it was burning, their eyes were burning, and everything was happening. At that time, the elephant and the monkey were waiting there, and so they were thinking, what to do, what can we do. And that time something went into the water, and then from there it went, and then it came, it went. Now the elephant and the monkey were thinking, what happened to, hey, where is Hummy? Oh God, what happened to Hummy? Is the smallest bird. Something would have happened to all of the animals, big animals and birds and all were coming this side. Something would have happened, said the elephant to the monkey. At that time, something went. Hey, what is this thing which is going? What is this thing which is going this side and that side? And elephant caught. Hey, you were going up and down? Yes, said the hummingbird. What were you doing? We were so worried about you. Oh, I was taking water in my beak and going there and throwing it on the trees which were burning. I went and then I went. That's what I was doing. All the animals started laughing. You hummingbird, you're the smallest bird, and your beak is so small. How much can they? Can you take one drop of water? And that's a huge fire. All of them started laughing. The hummingbird said, so what? What so what? Yeah, I'm doing what I can. If all of you do what you can, maybe. And the hummingbird flew. All the animals were stunned. They just looked at each other, bowed their heads. What did the hummingbird say? Slowly, the elephant started moving towards that river. The monkey started going towards that river. And as they reached the river, the elephant took the water in its trunk. The monkey saw 2 coconut shells, took the water in that, and they followed the hummingbird and went there through water. All the animals saw this and they went to that river. Some of them took them in their mouth, in their beaks. Maybe they took them in some coconut shells. And all the animals took water and poured it. They took the water and poured it. Within 10 minutes, the fire was stopped. Did the rains come? No. Did the fire engine come? No. The animals themselves took the water and they themselves went and poured the water and the fire was doused. who taught this lesson, the animals learned. And we also can learn from this that whatever we can, if we do, we can help our bit. Let's do our bit. If you are children, small children, you think you can't do anything. No. Remember the story of the hummingbird. Even if you're small, even if you're big, even if you're big, even if you're rich, even if you're poor, even if anything, you can do your bit for anybody and everything. So here goes the beautiful story of the hummingbird, which was narrated by none other than Wangari Maathai, who got the Nobel Peace Prize. She said she had made the entire Kenyan belt green. So she planted and she made. And very coincidentally, I heard this same story by Satyarthi. All of you know Kailash Satyarthi, who also got the Nobel Peace Prize along with Malala. And in his acceptance speech of his Nobel Prize, of the Peace Prize, he said the same story. I do my bit. So, children, adults, anybody who has been listening to this story, learn from whatever stories we tell, learn something from that. What you learn is up to you, not to me to tell you, not me to tell you. It is for you to see if you have something to learn from the story. Get it from there. If there is nothing, fine. Enjoy the story. Right? Okay. I've come to the end of the storytelling. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you, Shweta, for giving me this opportunity. Supraja had introduced me to you. Thank you, Supraja, also. And thanks a lot for this opportunity. Bye.